Bochy's team played like giants, coming back from 3 runs down late in the game to beat the Rangers in extra innings. Today, Mike Leake makes his first start for the Orange and Black after 5.5 years with the Reds. Leake was brilliant at times against the Giants, and today he can pitch his new team to a series win here in Texas. Giants-Rangers next.
We've got day baseball here in Arlington. That's right, day baseball on a warm Sunday afternoon. This is the final game of this 3-game series, Giants and Rangers. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Each team has won a game in this series. This is the game that will determine who's going to win the series. And today, the Giants break out the new guy. That's right. The new guy, Mike Leake.
Well, the new guy, Mike Leake, a 9-game winner coming into this start today. And what they know they're going to get with Leake is they're going to get an athlete. He's going to get a pitcher that knows the strike zone. He puts sink on the ball. He works quick. The ideal type of pitcher to be throwing on a very hot day here in Texas. And let the league begin. And I think he also knows when he goes out on the mound that there's an offense behind him that can make up for a mistake that he might make. And that's very important in the mindset of a pitcher.
And remember, Leake can hit. Oh, that's right. They're a DH. By the way, that would be Hunter Pence. Should be fun here in Arlington on this warm Sunday afternoon. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, right after this.
Is brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Here looking inside Globe Life Park as we get ready to wrap up this 3-game series. Game Time Weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It is a great time to get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 95 degrees here at the yard. Winds at 10 miles per hour. Humidity is low, and it is a sunny day. The Giants winning last night by a final of 9-7. This is Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll be Pagan in the leadoff spot, then Aoki, followed by Matt Duffy. Buster Posey's the cleanup hitter. Hunter Pence hitting fifth. Brendan Belt in the sixth slot, and you can see what Belt did last night. He had 2 home runs last night. Followed by Maxwell Crawford, and then Adrianza gets a start. Joe Panik with the afternoon off, at least so far. See Giants manager Bruce Bochy very pleased with how his team fought last night. Remember, they were down 3 runs with 2 outs in the 8th inning, and they won the game.
On the hill today for the Texas Rangers will be the 24-year-old left-hander Martin Perez. Perez from Venezuela, 6 feet tall, 195-pounder. This is start number 4, 0-2. With 10.50 ERA. He's got a little over 2 years of time at the big league level. You're going to see a fastball that's low to mid-90s. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. And depending on his location, I mean, he can be very effective. And what he has not had so far in his 3 starts is the great location, especially with the fastball. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Martin Perez. Starting in the outfield for Texas, from left to right, it'll be Hamilton, Martin, and Chu. Good arms across the board. And you've got the leading assist man in all of baseball in center field with Martin. Andrus and Beltre on the left side of the infield. Odor and Moreland on the right side. Chris Jimenez will be in the squad, putting down the sign. Time now for our Geico quote. We're talking about Bruce Bochy on the Giants offense. I've got a group that fights against tough pitching, against the aces, the hard throwers. They battle very well, and it was the difference in last night's ball game as they persevered through the debut of Cole Hamels and had a nice comeback victory for their first victory on this road trip. And because of that victory, this is the game that will decide who wins the series. And it is also the debut of Mike Leake.
All right, time now for our Togo's big play, the Togo's way. Last night, Brandon Belt, 3rd inning, big fly, Cole Hamels. 11th inning, big fly, Sam Freeman. Notice the theme against 2 lefties. First 2 home runs against the left-hander this season. Second career home run game hit a pair in August of 2011 in South Florida. So here we go on a warm afternoon as Angel Pagan steps in. Pagan with a couple of hits in this series. As Martin Perez, first pitch, high to left. Hamilton there, and Hamilton will put it away. Pagan laying in the bushes. 1 out.
Still looking for his first home run of the year. Just missed it.
So here's Nori Aoki. Giants with 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup. Aoki hitting at .312. He's got 2 home runs, 20 driven in. And the first pitch to Aoki is a called strike, and it's called by Ben May.
There's the last start of Martin Perez. Just really got into a second inning, couldn't get out of.
Lifted into center field for the center fielder Martin. 2 outs.
And Martin more of a fly ball strikeout type pitcher. 7 hits. They got 8 earned runs off of him. And then that was after a clean first inning. He just could not get an out in the second inning. And that is the big reason why his ERA is in the 10s coming into the start. You mentioned Ben May, the umpire for today's game. He's a low ball umpire, and he's not afraid to ring guys up. He's not a bad pitcher's umpire.
Duffy takes a strike. Porter, Ripperger, Kellogg from first to third. You see him, Kellogg the crew chief. He was behind the plate last night. Duffy hitting at 305. Rolls this one to third for Beltre, and Beltre will throw him out, and that's going to end the inning. So quick inning for Perez. Mike Leake coming out. 0-0. And here's the lineup that'll face Mike Leake. It'll be Odor to lead things off, followed by Chu, and then Fielder. Adrian Beltre is the cleanup hitter, then Moreland, Hamilton, and Elvis Andrews. You see what Andrews has done the last 3 games, followed by Martin, and then Chris Jimenez will hit 9th.
On the hill today for the Giants, making his Giants debut will be Mike Leake, veteran right-hander. He's in his 6th year at the big league level. This is what he has done with the Cincinnati Reds in 21 starts, 9-5 with a 3.56 ERA, 90 strikeouts in 136 innings against 34 walks. He has excellent command. He'll give you 2 types of fastball, high 80, low 90s fastball, sink, cut, curveball, slider, changeup, and lots of strikes. He will work quick. 27 years of age.
Odor takes the pitch inside. Odor on Friday night had a 3-for-3 night, 1 for 6 last night. Here he bounces this one to Belt, and Belt will go to the bag. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Mike Leake today for the Giants. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Aoki, Pagan, and Maxwell, the best arm in right field with Maxwell. Crawford and Duffy on the left side. Joe Panik getting a day off. Adrianza and Belt will patrol the right side of the infield. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs for Mike Leake.
So here's Shin-Soo Choo in the second slot. Now he's got some ownage on Mike Leake. How about this? 3 for 5. And his 3 hits are a double and 2 home runs. And they were teammates at one time. And Leake will throw out Chu.
Well, putting the ball on the ground is always a good sign for a sinker baller early in the game. He really is a joy to play behind because he works so fast and he puts the ball on the ground. I mean, these are the guys you used to love, type. And I think every infielder would say the same thing. You're going to get 66% of the time, or 68% of the time, you're going to see something hard coming at you, a fastball or with sink or a cutter. And then especially pitches, it just he'll throw any one of them any time. He has confidence in the changeup, the slider, and the curveball.
Here's Prince Fielder. Fielder on the first pitch, shallow center field, and it's going to be left up to Crawford, and he can't get it. So Crawford, a valiant effort, and it'll be a single for Prince Fielder.
And I don't think that Pagan got a great jump. It looked to me like he broke back on the ball initially. And then right there at the end, Pagan peels off. This is really a tough play for an infielder. And that's a ball that the center fielder's got to take. So Mike Leake for the first time will get in the stretch in a Giants uniform.
So here's Beltre. Beltre hitting .261. Just another solid year from the Rangers' third baseman. 2 for 5 last night and pitches wide for a ball. Beltre with 5 hits in this series. Belted into center field. Pagan on the move. Pagan looking up. It's off the wall. He gets to it quickly, and they'll hold fielder. So Pagan, a nice job of getting that ball back in as fast as he could.
Well, it really was. I mean, you think with 2 outs, a guy at first base, when you have a ball hit off the wall in right center, the guy's going to score, even a guy like Prince Fielder. But here's where the play is made. He positions himself right to his bare hand quickly, a one-hop throw right to Crawford, who's got a great relay arm. And Tony Beasley, the third base coach, knows the reputation of Crawford's relay arm, puts the brakes on Fielder. And it was all because of the fine play from Pagan.
So here's Moreland. Moreland's been a tough out for the Giants, and there's a first pitch strike. Moreland 1 for 4 last night, but he did pick up 3 RBIs in the game. No overshift. Adrianza is about a good 15 steps into shallow right field. Out of play. And it's 0-2.
Leake's averaging about 6 strikeouts per 9 innings, and his best strikeout pitch is the slider.
Fielder at third, Beltre at second. Foul back. On a fastball away to Moreland. Moreland has faced Leake 3 times. He's 0 for 3.
Leake slowing it down a bit with runners on base. Controlling the tempo and the rhythm of the inning.
Tap foul. Leake does have a base to play with. And no one knows more about that than he does. So it's 0-2. Tap foul. And right now Moreland's in the swing mode.
Well, you're right. I mean, I think a lot of teams that hit against Leake will face him and kind of get in the swing mode because they know he's going to be around the plate.
Duffy off the line at third. Crawford now inching more towards the middle of the diamond.
Leake was starting to take a step towards the Giants dugout. They thought they went front door with that sinker, and they got the strike. Just a bit inside. Posey wanted that thing up above the hands. And I'd like to know if May thought that was inside or up. I do think it was called correctly.
Well, it's the first pitch that Moreland has taken in this at bat. And here he taps another one foul. So Leake coming down the mound.
A lot of distraction when you're coming into another team. in the middle of a year. A lot of things logistically that you have to take care of. But once you get between the lines, it's baseball. And all that distraction fades off. And in the end, it's just getting people out.
Posey set up away, and that's where Leake threw it. It's 2-2. So with this long at bat to Marlins, still only 16 pitches thrown by Leake. Out of play. Yeah, the ball that Prince Fielder hit was the 6th pitch of the inning. Buster Posey's going to give Leake a breather. That or a suggestion, one or the other. Maybe both.
Yeah, maybe both. Throwing a couple of attaboys, go get them, and you're good to go. There's your meeting.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Round 1 goes to Leake. Giants are coming up. Join John, Dave, and I, along with Jeffrey Leonard and other former Giants, as we set sail on Sunday, December 6th. That's right, 7 nights in the Caribbean, and we'd love to have Giants fans join us. It'll be a party at sea. 800-670-0858 or sfgiants.com/cruise. Here's Buster Posey, who takes a strike. Strike throwers today.
Well, you got to be a strike thrower on a day like this. You can't waste throws. If you're going to nibble on a day like today, you're going to eat your defense up. You got to get it right in that strike zone. Whatever happens, happens, but you have to be aggressive.
Posey on the ground in the hole, but Andrews is there, and his throw is perfect. Here's our Ford right choice. It happened last night. Hunter Pence in the 11th got a hanging breaking ball from Sam Dyson, and it was see you later. So here is Hunter Pence. Only one Giant in the lineup has ever faced Perez during the regular season, and that's Justin Maxwell. Pence takes a strike. Belt to follow. Perez works fairly quick as well. Strikes and works quick.
Texas doesn't mess with Hunter Pence.
Well, kind of rhymes. Center field. Back is Martin. Now he stops. And he'll make the catch. 2 outs, and here's Belt.
Another fly ball from Martin Perez. You see a lot of them. This really isn't the best of parks to bring a fly ball pitcher, but basically that's what they did with Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels, and he's a fly ball guy.
Hit it to 390 left center. Edgar Renteriaville.
Edgar Renteriaville.
Here's Belt. Belt 2 home runs last night, both against lefties. And remember, he is as streaky a hitter as you're going to see. Oh, and 2. Maxwell's on deck. In shallow right field is Odor. Ball back. Belt had a rip. Giants are 57 and 46, a game and a half back of the Dodgers. And Belt out swinging, and that'll end the inning. First strikeout for Perez. Josh Hamilton's going to lead things off. It's 0-0.
Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
It's a 0-0 ball game, and on the first pitch to Hamilton, Adrianza throws him out. Well, take a look at this picture, Mike. What do you see in that picture?
Well, I see 3 guys that have pitched in the big leaguers. Brett Bochy in the front row, big leaguer. Mike Leake, big leaguer. Steven Strasburg, big leaguer. And Bruce Bochy said that Mike Leake was the best player on that team. Pretty.
Well, probably because he was the closer, the starter, the catcher. He probably did everything on that team.
And batted third.
So here's Andrews. And a strike called, and it's 0-1. The 09 draft. You see the top 10 picks. Zach Wheeler in that group. Leake,
Swing and a miss. Strasburg right on top.
I mean, Mike Leake went right to the big leagues too in 2010. I remember the spring training. Dusty Baker really high on this guy. Said this guy's an athlete. And Dusty Baker, who was a hitting coach and a great one before he became a manager, said you got to see this guy hit.
Andrews doesn't like the call. 2 down.
And with Leake getting to the big leagues without any minor league time, he became the 21st guy to do it. Go right to the major leagues.
So here's Leonis Martin. And a called strike, and it's 0-1. Martin hitting .218, 5 home runs, 25 driven in. Leake in the get it and go mode. Buster Posey barely gets the ball back to Leake, and Leake is asking for a sign. Bouncing ball, Crawford. Crawford, side retired. For the Giants, Maxwell, Crawford, Adrianza coming up. 0-0.
Back to June 26th of last year, 2014. Reds taking on the Giants in San Francisco, and it was Mike Leake night. He went 8 strong, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk, struck out 12, a personal high in that regard. 109 pitches on the night. That is our AT&T U-verse rewind.
And here's Maxwell to lead things off. Maxwell, Crawford, and Adrianza. And the first pitch to Maxwell is driven down the right field line, foul. The next pitch to Maxwell is on the inside corner for a strike. I didn't think so. On the ground to third. Beltre, 1 out. May 16th of this year, Brandon Crawford in Cincinnati against Leake hit a grand slam.
Now, sinker ballers do not want to pitch up above the belt. They lose that sink, and this was kind of flat out over the middle. And Brandon Crawford said, "Hey, that's where I like them."
Now on the same team. You never know. You just never know.
Baseball is a small world. You got it.
You could totally dislike a guy one day, and the very next day, he's your buddy.
That is absolutely true.
Swing and a miss by Crawford. Now it's another and 2.
I mean,
got that average up to 267.
When we used to see Randy Johnson, we used to think he was just kind of an intimidator, kind of a loner. And he came and joined the Giants, and all of a sudden, it was the farthest thing from the truth. Engaged every day.
Tap to third for Beltre.
Well, Giants will come off this road trip, and when they get home, they're going to take on the Washington Nationals at AT&T Park. 4-game series, August 13th through the 16th. Saturday, August 15th, the first 40,000 fans will receive a 2-for-1 flight voucher from Virgin America. And on Sunday the 16th, the first 20,000 fans will receive a Juan Marichal replica statue courtesy of Coca-Cola. So get your tickets at sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Adrianza. Adrianza 3 for 22 on the season. His last hit, however, on Sunday was a base hit that knocked in a pair of runs. No, not Sunday. That would be on Wednesday. I beg your pardon. Wednesday, a day game.
Well, he's got to get it going with the bat, and you know he really had a nice swing coming out of Sacramento.
And that's a 3-pitch see you later. Jimenez is going to lead things off.
Bay Area is brought to you by Momo's, a San Francisco tradition.
No score. Chris Jimenez takes a pitch low. 1 ball and no strikes. Jimenez caught on Friday and went 0 for 2. He did knock in a run. Here he bounces this one foul, third base side.
Matt Duffy kind of almost ran into Tony Beasley, the third base coach for the Rangers.
Tony, get out of his space. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Bounce to Duffy. Duffy has it. He'll take his time. 1 out. On this warm Sunday afternoon, Dave Fleming. He's going to leave the KNBR booth. He's going to come over here For innings 4, 5, and 6. John Miller will be back tomorrow night in Atlanta. There it is, 95. You know what? It feels much cooler than that, though.
No.
The heat index, 82.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? I would probably think that the heat index is right around 1 or 2, somewhere in there.
Pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Odor bounced out to Belt to open up the bottom of the first.
Bring your own air conditioning system.
Line drive, base hit over Crawford. So 1 out single, bringing Chu to the plate.
Odor, he's got 5 steals on the year. He's been thrown out 3 times, but he will go. And it's not an easy thing to do, steal a base off of Leake. He's pretty quick out of the stretch. As you would expect most sinker ballers to do a good job keeping guys close. He's one of them.
Chu rolled 1 to Leake, and here he takes a called strike. Outfield straight away. Chu last night went 1 for 4, scored a couple of runs. Odor with 5 steals. Let's see if he goes. He does not, and it's just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Trying to backdoor that outside corner with that curveball. Choose the kind of hitter you have to move the ball around. You have to mix speeds, location.
Low, 2 balls and a strike.
Mike Leake was number 44. Like the number. Obviously, you come to San Francisco, that number is retired.
Yeah, you're going to have to wrestle a really big guy for that number. Two balls and a strike.
And those are the shoes he had in Cincinnati. He just changed the shoelaces.
Two and two. Prince Fielder is on deck. I'd say the Ranger fans decided to stay away today due to the heat and sun.
Well, you can't really blame them. I mean, it's not comfortable sitting in 100-degree heat index. No shade.
Well, not that it's a bad crowd. Down low, 3 and 2, and now it's likely Odor will go.
I think the most desirable seats today are any seat that has shade.
You're right. It could be, there could be 100,000 people underneath, which we can't see. 3 and 2 to Chu.
Bring an umbrella. That's a veteran move.
Runner goes. Driven to right and a base hit. So Chu, who has ownage on Leake, singles here in the third inning. Our McDonald's true stories on this date in 1959. Willie McCovey hit his first career home run at Seal Stadium off of Ron Klein. Hit it in the bottom of the fourth. Giants won the game 5-3. So the Rangers with runners at the corners with 1 out, and here's Prince Fielder, who blooped a single into center field in the first inning. Popped him up. Duffy coming over. Just out of play.
And usually it's the tallest guy in the section that's going to get the one hopper off the top of the dugout. But he found a good home. Psyched. Nice going. That's my dad.
The old man comes through. It's 0-1 to Prince Fielder.
He could take the ball. Just don't mess with my hot dog, Dad.
On the ground, could be a pair. Adrianza to Crawford. Crawford to Belt. Double play. And that'll end the inning. Dave Fleming, he'll be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th. It's 0-0.
Strongest fan photo to hashtag CSNBA Data Strong, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. And this one comes from Sotia, and she graduated being a very proud Giants fan. So congratulations, Sotia, and that's your T-Mobile fan photo. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. There is no score in this ball game, and here to tell you all about it, our old pal Dave Fleming.
A couple other proud Giants fans. Still a few years away from graduation for those two. Hi, Mike.
Welcome.
It's good to be here, and it's fun to watch Mike Leake so far.
Yeah, he has definitely handled the adrenaline of coming to a new team quite well, and pitched through an inning in the first where it should have been a 6-pitch 3-out inning.
Yep.
He pitched through a mistake. A ball that should have been caught was not.
Pagan, who was part of that play, and I think the Giants shortstop Brandon Crawford was looking for Pagan to come in and catch that ball that fell. Now behind the count 0-2. Pagan made a bid for his first home run of the year, his first time up. Hit one deep, but it was caught at the warning track. He strikes out swinging here.
Well, the one thing the Giants have not been able to do today so far with Martin Perez is get him in the stretch. That's 10 up, 10 down.
Well, once the Yankees got him in the stretch on Tuesday, he never got out of it. They pummeled him, and it was an incredible difference between the windup and the stretch. So I think they would like to see that happen here. Obviously, a much different start for him. He pitched an inning on Tuesday. Aoki, foul ball.
Yeah, had a clean first, and then whoop. Could not get another out.
Didn't get an out in the second. The Rangers got him a 5-0 lead, and he gave up 8 hits and didn't get an out. That one outside.
Yankees doing it again today. They're leading the White Sox in the 5th inning 9-0 in Chicago.
They are swinging the bats. Ball 2. The big headliner's been Alex Rodriguez, but Mark Teixeira, a bounce back year for him. Brett Gardner, Jacoby Ellsbury, they're all doing well. How about a Giants-Yankees World Series?
Get back there again. Yeah.
Can I jump ahead? Here's a ball pulled foul.
Sure. I mean, they really don't care who they go against, but it would definitely be a World Series that would, I think, bring a lot of interest to the game.
Yeah, that would be cool. The World Series is cool no matter what. Aoki chopped at that one. Beltre throws him out. 2 down.
Beltre, I mean, you got to hit it to another guy. I mean, he's the king of the big league hang with 'ems. Any ground ball that goes his way, it's pretty much all she wrote. Great defensive player his whole career. He's in his 17th year at the big league level. And he was great from the get-go with the glove.
Duffy, foul.
I do not give the balls up here.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, that's about the only thing that is a flaw in the experience here in Texas. I mean, they do it right. It's a great stadium. People that work the stadium are fantastic.
Duffy, hard hit, diving stop by Andrus. What a play. Well, even when the Giants are hitting the ball hard, no hits out there so far. That's 4 perfect innings for Martin Perez. Nothing game.
Play of the week. And we go back to Wednesday's game against the Milwaukee Brewers in San Francisco. Hunter Pence putting on a clinic with the glove, a running catch in right center in the 3rd inning, and then in the 4th inning he does it with his arm as well. A one-hop bullet to Matt Duffy, who puts the tag on Jonathan Lucroy, and that would end a threat. The Giants would win that ball game, and that is our Solar Company electrifying plays of the week.
That was a good one. Mike Leake, Giants debut, 3 scoreless innings despite some traffic, some base runners. Adrian Beltre, the hardest hit ball of the game on either side, crushed a double that stayed in the yard. That ended up helping the Giants, obviously, but it was also well played by Pagan to keep Fielder at 3rd, and Fielder never scored. (2-0), which is a rare count for either pitcher today. That's ball 3.
He took a long look in. There's Jeff Bannister, the skipper for the Texas Rangers, done a nice job here. You look at his career as a player, and for the most part it was all in the minor leagues, with one exception.
Yeah.
He got to the big leagues in 1991 with the Pirates. He got 1 at bat, and he got a hit.
He got a hit.
So he had 1,000 in his big league career. think that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. This is a guy, Jeff Bannister, who had cancer as a kid, and it kept coming back, and he beat it over and over again. He's a longtime cancer survivor. He was partially paralyzed after a collision at the plate when he was in college, and it stopped his playing career for a while. He's had all kinds of surgeries on his legs. I mean, this is a tough dude, and he did all that really to get one big league at bat.
And he made it good.
Beltre, did he go on appeal? No. Ball 4. It's an impressive personal story from a guy who also waited a long time as a coach, minor league manager, to get a big league job.
Paid his dues. And then you see the coaching staff. It's a good staff. I mean, they're hard workers. Mike Maddox, one of the most respected pitching coaches in the game, and Dave Magadan, one of the most respected hitting coaches. Steve Buechele, Tony Beasley, Andy Hawkins, Bobby Jones. I mean, that's a good group.
Yeah.
Hector Ortiz at first base.
There's Mike Maddox, who's long been regarded as one of the better pitching coaches in the game.
And his name gets mentioned every year for managerial consideration as well.
I think he's interested. I think he's said that before, where he would like to get a shot to manage. Got to get the sunflower seed off his mustache first, but otherwise he's a good candidate.
He put that on there just to bug you.
It's bugging me a little. That's ball 2. Leake's not happy with himself. Oh, I think it's gone.
That's what you need to do in photo day in spring training. Show up with a sunflower seed stuck to your upper lip. It'd be good.
Well, after a walk, it's 2-0 to Moreland, who had a long battle with Leake his first time up, ultimately struck out. That's ball 3.
I think the Texas Rangers do a lot. They swing 3-0.
Yeah, they do. They like to swing, and they swing hard, and that's kind of their hitting philosophy in a lot of ways. Moreland not swinging 3-0. That was not close, so that's ball 4. Is this it, the one at bat for Jeff Bannister?
This is it. And that was a big league knock. And that would be the only one that he ever got. That's the only at bat he ever got. An infield single.
But here we are talking about it all these years later.
It's just such a cool story. It's like Archibald Moonlight Graham didn't get that at bat.
Josh Hamilton, swing and a miss. The back-to-back walks. The Rangers have a rally with nobody out.
And a rally for free. Can't defend a walk.
That's unusual for Leake, who only walked 34 on 136 innings coming in. Ball 1. Oh, they call that a strike.
That's a high strike. We haven't seen any of those. We'll take it.
Josh Hamilton didn't think so.
Haven't seen many high strikes, and that may have been high and a bit outside. So a nice gift there for Leake.
0-2. Hamilton to left. Aoki circles around it. Beltre is not going to test him. He was bluffing. It's a big first out.
It's a non-productive out. I mean, it's as good as a strikeout. You have a runner at second, less than 2 outs, or less than with nobody out. I mean, that's when you need an unproductive out. So Lee gets it with the fly ball to left.
Well, 2 things here. Number 1, he's in that spot now where a ground ball, if the Giants could turn 2, would get him out of the inning. So he loves that as a sinker baller. But the flip side is Elvis Andrus. He's been the guy who is swinging the bat for Texas.
And he's been hurting Giants pitching when they make mistakes up. So pitching for the ground ball, you want knee-high command. So that'll be the key in this at bat. Get the ball down.
That is down right at the bottom of the strike zone. Good pitch. That one is a ground ball. Crawford to second. Adrianza to first. Another double play. That's how Leake cleans up the mess. 2 walks, no runs. Posey coming up.
Is brought to you by Ring Central, the easy-to-use business communication solution.
Dave Fleming, Mike Krukow on this scorching hot Texas day. 5th inning. Giants don't have a base runner through 4 against Martin Perez. But now seeing him for the 2nd time through. Buster Posey will lead off against the left-hander in the 5th. And the good news for the Giants is, even though nobody has reached base, still a scoreless tie. Posey hits a high fly ball. I think he just missed that one. Chu, one away.
Well, there's been a couple guys that have had similar type at bats against Perez, but they just can't seem to get the right arc to put it out of his ballpark.
Well, there's the signature dish in this ballpark. You had one of those, Mike? It's called a boomstick.
What is that?
It's $26. It's 2,800 calories. It's a hot dog that's 2 feet long with chili, with cheese, and I think they put jalapenos on there.
Oh, wow. Come on.
And
that would feed a family of 13 right there.
Oh, my goodness. Come on. What's that? Those onions?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, sure. Here's ball 2 to Pence. That is the boomstick.
How do you eat it?
I don't know. I don't know. Comes in a trough. Pence, a little ground ball to the right side. Going to be a tough play for Perez, who gets there in time. Close, but they got him.
Yeah, I'm sure it's one the Giants will review.
Bochy will ask just for a moment to take a look. Yeah. I think he stepped on the bag, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got him. It turned out to be a pretty good play.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was pretty close to a tie, but it's not going to get overruled. And in a nothing ball game, I don't think that's something you want to give up. Because I don't think it would have been overturned.
Well, here's Belt, who struck out swinging in the second. Still no base runners for the Giants. Belt kind of got jammed. Odor high, and that is the first base runner.
Yeah, we'll wait to see if it's been ruled a hit or an error. Probably going to be an error.
Yeah, I would think so.
But at last, with 2 outs here in the 5th, the Giants finally get Perez in the stretch.
That is an error on Odor.
It looked like it was pretty routine. Came up on him a little bit, but I think he looked up and saw that Belt was getting down that line a little quicker than he thought, and then he tries to hurry the throw, throws high, and Moreland cannot stay in contact with the bag. So there's your break, and see if they can take advantage of it.
2-out rallies have been a theme of this series. Justin Maxwell foul ball, and really a theme of the year for the Giants offense. They've been so good at it. Last night, most critically, the Giants were down 3 runs in the 8th inning, 2 outs, nobody on, and they end up scoring 3 to tie in the 8th.
It's an emotional win for that team. The Giants clubhouse was their spirits were high last night after the game, when you knew they were tired after playing an 11-inning game in that heat.
0-1. Perez, Maxwell, past the dive. Andrews the jump throw to second, and that's not in time there.
And that's a mistake right there, and the Giants get away with it. Brandon Belt has to slide.
Yeah.
He slows down, and they almost get him, and they may review this.
I don't know why he wouldn't slide.
In order to stop, to stay in the bag, you have to stop your speed. You slide, I mean, you make it easy.
They're going to look, but I think he was safe. That will end up being the first hit of the game. It'll be an infield hit from Maxwell.
It's just a mental mistake. And he is indeed safe, but still, I mean, it should not have been even close.
Well, now 2 on 2 out for Crawford, and we'll see if really they can turn what was an error and an infield hit into a run scoring rally.
Well, they have the right guy in the batter's box. 64 RBIs on the year for Crawford. Hits lefties well. Rangers play him slightly to the left field side with Martin in center,
who's a really good defensive center fielder. 2 out, run scoring. The Giants are good at it. And that's a huge percentage of their runs. 44% of their runs coming with 2 outs already. One strike pitch, a foul ball, got a piece of the catcher. It's 0-2. Well, you can see the stuff of this young guy. He's only 24 years old. He's coming back from the surgery. He was their young ace. I mean, he was supposed to be their star. And he got hurt. He was pitching so well at the beginning of last year. But the raw ability is there.
Well, he's got command of 4 pitches.
Yep.
His fastball is pretty straight right now, but that you can teach movement on the fastball by way of cut or by way of sink.
0-2. Crawford takes that one in the dirt. A 2-out rally. Error and an infield hit. Belt at second, Maxwell at first for Crawford. The 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. They got him with the high fastball. Not this time for Crawford and the Giants. They strand 2. Middle of the 5th. Still 0-0.
is brought to you by Stanford Healthcare. Visit us at stanfordhealthcare.org.
Mike Leake for the Giants here. A curveball to Leonis Martin in a 0-0 game. Last of the fifth here in Texas. Martin, then Jimenez, and then Odor. That's a called strike on the inside. It's 1-1. That is a ground ball through for a base hit for Martin. You can follow the Giants all season with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball at Bat up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or tablet.
I left my heart in San Francisco. Well, little piece of San Francisco here in Texas, their baseball team.
Jimenez goes to bunt, bunts it foul.
Trying to get him to put that ball on the ground, get himself another double play. He's got a quick move too. I mean, everything he does is above average. The way he holds runners on, the way his pickoff move to first or second, the way he fields his position, all the little things he does well.
Jimenez, that's a foul ball. So he is intent on getting a bunt down. Now you would imagine that would change. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes Leake such a good fit, not just for the Giants, but he should be a National League pitcher. And part of that is the way he handles the bat himself.
I think he prefers this league just because he's such a good hitter. But he thought he was going to the American League East with all the rumors that were surrounding him prior to the trade deadline.
Two struck him out swinging.
It's a little cutter down out of the strike zone away, and he gets Jimenez. Third strikeout for him. Just throw that thing on a corner and let his movement fall right out of the zone and hope he chases.
One out for Odor, who has one of the Rangers' 5 hits. Giants only have one infield hit. They only have 2 base runners in the first 5 innings. Odor, who loves that first pitch, just softly on the ground. Belt calls off Leake, who makes sure he doesn't get in the way of Odor. That's 2 down on the play. The runner Martin goes into scoring position. Up comes Shin-Soo Choo, who also has a hit. He had a nice at bat against Leake his last time up. 1 for 2 in this game, and he's had success against Leake in his career.
Well, one thing's for sure, when coming into this game, Choo was 3 for 5 with a double and 2 home runs. Mike Leake knows the hot spots. He knows where the ball was, what the speed, what the movement was when Choo hit those balls out of the ballpark. So he's got some areas there he knows he has to stay out of. It's just a matter of executing the location, the pitches to those locations. Like that.
Yeah. Beautiful pitch. Strike 1 call.
I mean, the guys that hit you the most are the guys you know the best. Those are the guys you think about coming into a series. How am I going to get this guy out? First game, meet, throw me a ball. Gamer for life. Hashtag gamer for life.
Trying to stay cool. Runner at second, 2 down. That's a curve. Posey's throwing behind the runner, Martin. It actually hits him. And the Giants got a little lucky that it didn't carry him away to where he could take third.
Yeah, Martin's thinking, what was that? Well, Buster Posey gets credit with a hit by pitch. Right in the backside.
Ouch.
He was not expecting this. Hip bone. Belt, not a whole lot of protection. And he just dropped some stank on Buster Posey as if to say, why me?
We didn't go back in a slide, I guess, because Crawford was coming over. But
when's the last time you saw that?
It's been a while, like maybe ever.
Little League, maybe about 20 years ago.
3-1 to Chu. That's a foul ball. They run the count full. So we know Leake wants to pitch carefully to a guy who's had some success against him in the past, but we also know it's Prince Fielder on deck. Prince Fielder stands close to home plate. He's waiting to hit. Gets a good view. Chu just gets a piece of it.
Hitters, they'd stand behind the umpire if you let them.
Really.
They want to get as close as they can to see the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand.
This is one of those parks without much room at all in foul territory, so the hitter, even if he wanders a little bit away from what's supposed to be kind of a designated on-deck circle, you can get close to the plate here.
Plus, it's cooler on the grass than it is on the dirt.
Another 3-2. Chu strikes out swinging. So a big pitch from Leake, works around the leadoff hit. On to the 6th, still nothing.
Gamers Day, Giant Spanish Radio play-by-play announcer Erwin Higueros will host an exclusive Q&A session in both Spanish and English. Special guests will include Roberto Kelly, Hinsley Mullen, Santiago Garcia, Tito Fuentes, and the guest of honor, Giants Hall of Famer Juan Marichal. And you get a Los Gamers special.
Adrianza, first pitch of the inning to short, 1 away.
You can get a Los Gamers special ticket. It also includes a Juan Marichal t-shirt and a ticket to the Giants Nats game. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Well, Pagan comes up 0 for 2, 1 out, bases empty, this scoreless game. Right now, Martin Perez, it's just ridiculously easy for him. He's thrown 46 pitches, 39 strikes. only 2 base runners, only 1 hit, an infield hit. And the Giants do need to try to get him out of this comfort zone. He's just cruising along today.
Well, he's not throwing a lot of pitches either.
No, that's what I mean.
Just in their grill, he's had a lot of quick strike ones. They've been in total command. There just haven't been that many balls hit hard off him.
Pence hit one hard. Duffy hit one hard. That's efficiency.
It really is. I mean, that's the most efficient 5 innings we've seen any opponent have against the Giants this season in regards to pitch count.
Pagan to third. That'll be another quick out. Beltre, 2 down. Pagan is really struggling at the plate. Log on to csnbayarea.com during every Giants game and follow the action with In-Game Live, brought to you by Smud. There you'll find a pitch tracker, live updating box score, real-time play-by-play updates, and much more, only on csnbayarea.com. There's that sign again. That kid, he could probably stand to find a little shade. He looks like he's starting to wilt a little bit. Can't blame him. It is a scorcher. Aoki takes a ball. Aoki 0 for 2 is flied out to center, grounded out to third. A couple of nights ago, swung the bat well. Still trying to get his rhythm off the DL.
Well, we saw him when he came back from the DL. I mean, he was swinging at everything, and when he was hot prior to going on the DL, he really had a good idea of the strike zone. Didn't go off out of the zone very often, and he's starting to get a better purchase of the zone, and he's laying off pitches like that more consistently, and that is when that's the sign you're looking for if you're Hinsley Mullins or Bruce Bochy. I mean, get good pitches to hit, because he's a contact guy. I mean, he will put the barrel head on the bat.
That's a perfect pitch. I hope he was thinking maybe ball 4. Instead, it's 3-1. You got Duffy on deck. He's actually standing on the dirt, not the grass. But Duffy had a real good swing against Perez his last time up. Aoki, though, on 3-1, just a little dribbler out to second. So that's another quick, quiet inning for Martin Perez. 9 pitches in that one. Giants go down in order. It's scoreless.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
From Texas, it is a 0-0 ball game, deciding game of this 3-game series, interleague play in the American League yard. Prince Fielder, who is the DH, against Mike Leake. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch number 70 from the newest Giant is a ball.
You mentioned how close a fielder gets on the plate. I mean, he's a short arm guy, and he's very quick, a tough guy to jam, and he takes advantage of it by getting on top of the plate.
That's a ball from Leake. So 2-0 with Beltre on deck. That's ball 3. Beltre has doubled and walked. And you get Moreland, who's had 2 good at bats too. So these are the big hitters for Texas right here. 3-0. Just kind of poured that one in there for a strike. Still a good hitter's count. 3-1. Fielder a shot on the ground. Belt kind of wrestles with it. 1 away.
A nice comeback.
Yeah.
Just kind of put yourself in a position to defend. You know, even if you don't come up clean with it, the ball was hit so sharply, you're going to have time to recover. And that ball kind of skimmed on him. Good play.
Yeah, it was. So here's Beltre. A double and a walk. Called strike on the outside. I do think he'll be in Cooperstown someday. Adrian Beltre.
I agree. I mean, he's going to have over 400 home runs. He's going to get close to 3,000 hits in his glove. I mean, he's just a Hall of Fame player.
Hits that one to left. Aoki back. 2 down. Maybe a little bit out toward the end of the bat.
That's all it takes. Keep it in the yard.
So now Moreland, it's not easy to keep this guy in the yard. He's a good hitter. Mitch Moreland hitting .283, 16 home runs. He's had a lot of good at-bats in this series. Hits that one to left center for a hit. And can the Giants keep it for being an extra base hit? Pagan does. Good play by Pagan.
Indeed. Yeah, you're right. I can't remember a bad at-bat that Moreland has had against the Giants. And that includes the 2010 World Series where he hit .460 against them. Good swing. So a little 2-out noise here made by Texas getting Leake back in his stretch. And they set it up for Hamilton. And Hamilton, at this point, I mean, he's more dangerous than he is consistent.
Yep. It's a good way to put it. So even though he has not had great at-bats in the series, one swing and it can look a lot different. That one way inside.
And you have to respect that. You can't just lay something in there. And you have to put good location. You have to put a mixture of speeds in your approach when you're pitching against him.
The 1-0 on the ground, foul. That was right there, but a foul ball.
It'll be interesting to see how his future plays out and the way that the Rangers evaluate him between now and the end of the season in regards to next year.
Yep. Because I think that's what a lot of these last 2 months are for with him. I mean, they're not paying his salary for the most part. They don't have to bring him back.
Yeah, they're rooting for him here. I mean, he's a hero with the years that he has had, an MVP in this uniform, World Series hero. Led his team twice to the grand stage in October. So they will be patient.
2-1. Hamilton deep down the right field line, and it is gone. That's what we were talking about. He's still dangerous. A 2-run homer, and the Rangers have gone ahead.
That was a little breaking ball, middle in. They tried to wrap it around the outside corner. They leave it in and up. And he says thank you. And that's a mistake. And Hamilton just took advantage of it.
2 down. Andrews takes a strike. He hits that one pretty well to center field. Pagan going back quickly, but he'll get there. The inning is over. Not before Josh Hamilton puts the Rangers ahead. Kipes coming back to the TV side. Rangers lead 2-0.
Local Toyota dealer, and let's take a look at the line score. Coming in through 6 full innings of play, Giants no runs on 1 hit and no errors. The Rangers 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. It has been a pitching duel between Mike Leake and Martin Perez, and Leake giving up the 2-run homer to Josh Hamilton. That is the difference in this ball game. 2-0 Rangers. Top of the 7th. Here again is Dwayne Kuiper.
And here's Duffy to lead things off, and he fouls it out of play. See, I see it this way: the Giants couldn't do anything, nothing. But now they got a challenge.
He just needed to get down. Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm with you.
Buster Posey on deck, and then Hunter Pence. Inside to Duffy. Maxwell's got the only hit in the game for the Giants, and that was a ground ball in the hole. Two and one to Duffy. Three and one to Duffy. What do you think about this, Mike?
Let's take a look at the hit chart for Matt Duffy. And can he hit from foul line to foul line? The answer would be yes. 31 hits to left, 33 to center, 35 to right. And he distributes his power all over the field as well.
On the ground to second. And Duffy bounces out 4-3.
For a guy who has a reputation of being a guy that puts the ball in the air, Martin Perez has put a lot of balls on the ground today.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster's bounced out and flied out. First pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Buster trying to get on for Hunter Pence. We're in the 7th. Tap to third. Charging is Beltre, and he throws him out.
Another ball on the ground.
It's about as sure as an out you're going to get when you hit it to that guy.
Oh, yeah, he really is. And been an incredible defensive player through his 16-plus year career. And this is the distribution of outs today. 12 balls on the ground, 4 in the air, 4 strikeouts.
Pence is flied out and bounced out. And he shoots this one into right center field, but Martin is there and he makes the catch. So another quick inning for Perez. Bottom of the 7th coming up.
Take a look at the pitch comparison today through 6.5 innings. Mike Leake with 83. I mean, that's great. 6 innings. You want to be 90 or less. But look at Perez through 7, just 62 pitches. That is incredibly efficient in regards to pitch count. And Leake, I mean, he's got to answer him. Perez put another 0 up there on the top of the 7th. He's got to do the same here, down 2-0.
It'll be Martin, Jimenez, and Odor.
Did you bring your Hello Kitty umbrella?
I did not.
He did. The happiest guy here, as a matter of fact.
Martin 1 for 2. In at third is Duffy. And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Jimenez to follow.
Oh yeah, thank you.
On the ground, foul. New baseball for Mike Leake.
It is a different rhythm when you're used to the National League pace as a pitcher, because at some point you have to put your glove down and go hit. When you play with a designated hitter, you don't have to deal with that. I mean, there's no break of concentration. You don't have to think as a hitter. You can just keep that mindset as a pitcher, and it's a little bit easier just to hold your concentration in that regard. And on days like today, I don't think guys mind the DH. Stay off the base paths.
I believe you're right.
Now that's the hat you need. It was designed for days just like this. Plus, at the end of the day, you could soak your feet in it.
That rolls to the backstop. So it's 3-2. Got him.
Got him to chase out the strike zone. So a nice job of getting the first out. Guys have Javier Lopez down in their bullpen getting heated up. And the one thing that Mike Leake has done, and it's always a concern when you're on the road and you have an extra inning ball game and your bullpen has to eat up 6 innings plus like they did last night, he's given Bruce Bochy innings.
Jimenez takes a strike. Yes, he has. Remember, the Giants had 2 starters down in the bullpen last night. There's a breaking ball that stays inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, I mean, that's your job as a starting pitcher. That is your #1 priority job. Eat up innings. Give your team a chance to win.
Out of play down the right field line.
And that's the one thing about Mike Leake is his consistency to go deep in the ball game. I mean, it's what he specializes in. He is an innings eater.
Line to left. Aoki spins around, and it's off his glove, and he falls down. And Jimenez is at second base. Well, he hit it hard, although Aoki might tell you that he should have caught it.
He should have caught it. And he was in position. You know, I don't know how much sun he was looking into. The ball may have knuckled on him for whatever reason. I mean, he could not come up with a play. It's going to be ruled a double, and it's going to be what gets Mike Leake out of this ball game.
So Bruce Bochy's coming out, and a nice outing for Mike Leake. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back.
property of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
2-0. Texas. Here's Javier Lopez.
Take a look at the numbers. 51st time he's come in. 17 strikeouts and 27 2/3. 18 base runners allowed. With one out, not a strikeout situation here.
And a strike to the left-handed hitting Odor. At second, Jimenez. Lopez, a long look to second. 0-2. Chu to follow. On the ground, a breaking ball. It's 1-2. So Lopez, 3 straight left-handed hitters coming up.
Yeah, it's a good position to be in too. If you're Lopez, you got a 1-2 count. I mean, you can really throw your pitch to your location. Just don't throw it to where Buster Posey can't catch it.
Two pitch, not close. Squirts away from Posey, but Buster Posey onto it quickly. It's 0-2 to 3-2.
So he's gone outside 3 times after the 0-2 count, and 3 times Odor has just kind of spit on it. They really have been pretty easy takes. But again, he does not have to lay something in here, not with an open base.
Popped them up. Duffy battling the wind, and he's going to hang in there and make the catch.
If there's ever a ballpark that'll get you ready for a wind-aided pop-up, it's AT&T back in San Francisco. But that did have a little personality.
It definitely did, and here's Chu. Chu is 1 for 3. First pitch breaking ball just misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Jimenez at second. He doubled off of Leake. Down and in 2-0.
That's when he wanted. It's kind of away from the target. They set on the outside corner, but I do believe that caught strike zone on the inside. Then May, the plate umpire, he's done a good job today. He hasn't missed many.
And a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lopez ready. Swing.
That looked like a straight changeup from behind.
Swinging through an 84-mile-an-hour something.
Mike Leake.
And a full count. So this is where Lopez was to Odor. Odor ended up popping out. And the walk. So it's going to be Prince Fielder who gets the hit.
But I think the pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it. It's kind of a no-lose situation for him, heading to count 3-2 with an open base. Throw that thing down. Let him go after it. George Cantos up and starting to throw now. He's thinking about Adrian Beltre, who's on deck.
Swing. Lopez and Prince Fielder. The history 2 for 9. And Fielder does have a home run against him. The pitch. Crawford's going to have to go. And he's going to make the catch, adjusting to his left, and that's going to end the inning. Belt, Maxwell, Crawford coming up. It's the 8th. Short 2-game series, a Tuesday night and a Wednesday day game, the 11th and 12th. Exciting team, the Houston Astros. Come out and check them out at AT&T Park. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets. Well, Giants have some work to do. They did their magic in the 8th inning last night. Here's Belt, and Belt with a half swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
He just setting him up with that swing. That's what I'm going with.
All right, let's see if you're right. 0-2. Belt with 2 home runs off of 2 different lefties last night.
stays alive. Is that everyday Diekman getting loose in the bullpen?
Yeah, and Jake Diekman, every since he's put on a uniform that says Texas across the chest, they've managed to get him in the ball game. Just acquired from Philadelphia prior to the trade deadline. Yeah, that would be everyday Diekman.
Strike 3 call.
Well, stay tuned for Esurance postgame live right after the ball game.
So here's Maxwell. Maxwell has the only hit for the Giants, a base hit in the hole.
That's right. That's how good Martin Perez has been today.
And the fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
And really, he never even should have had to have pitched to Maxwell. There was an error with 2 outs that Odor, the second baseman, made and enabled Maxwell to get that base hit. And that has been the whole threat. Just has not been that much solid contact against Perez. He has been dominant.
Maxwell fouls it back. This was the hit we're talking about. And Andrews made it a close play at second.
And only because Brandon Belt didn't slide. But that is the knock. That is the one blemish in the hit department against Martin Perez.
Down low. Maxwell takes it.
It's right where he wanted to go with that 1-2 breaking ball.
Crawford to follow. And now it's 3-2.
Tried it again.
Hey, you got a 2-run lead. You could just put this one right down the pipe.
You're right. And that's the beauty of it. 2-run lead.
Tapped, foul, third base side.
And there it was, 93-mile-an-hour challenge. It just kind of said, here, hit me. He knows that if he gets a guy on base, he's probably going to be out of the ball game. I don't think because of his age and the fact that he's 0-2 with an ERA in the 10s that Jeff Bannister, the skipper for the Rangers, is going to allow him to have any bad feeling with it as well as he has pitched today. So probably get a guy on. You're going to see Rangers go to the pin.
And Maxwell stays alive. That time he did not come in with the fastball. Rangers 2, Giants nothing here in the top of the 8th inning. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Or check that, 2 down. 5 strikeouts for Perez. Here's Crawford. Crawford has bounced out and struck out. So a little 2-out thunder. This is what the Giants did last night in the 8th inning. Tap slowly to second. Odor in. Odor throws, and that's going to end the inning. That inning just as good as all the other ones for Perez. It's 2-0. Live is going to start at 3:30. Then we'll have the game for you at the top of the hour at 4, and you can see it right here on CSN Bay Area. The road trip continues as we head to Atlanta. 2-0. The Rangers when it's time for a change. Thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
New pitcher now for Bruce Bochy is going to be Sergio Romo. It's the first time he has appeared in this series. 44th time he has come in this year. 0-4 with a 4.13 ERA. And for Romo, going to face Adrian Beltre right out of bed. They do know each other.
Fastball outside.
Beltre 1 for 3 against Romo. That one hit. A big fly.
A big fly. Beltre doubled in the first, walked in the fourth. Here he takes a strike. On deck is Moreland. High to left field. Aoki over and under, and he makes the catch. Tune in to the Murph and Mac Morning Show tomorrow on KMBR. Mike will talk about the game with Murph and Mac on KMBR 680, the sports leader. So here's Moreland. Moreland, a 2-out single in the 6th. Didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal until Hamilton then followed that with a home run, and then it was a big deal.
You're right. One curveball left up, and it's been the difference in this game.
Duffy's coming a long way. It means it's going to have to be Buster Posey who makes the catch. An athletic play from Buster Posey.
That is a great play. And I think Buster Posey could see what was in front of him was going to be his chance or nobody else's chance. And he didn't get out of the squat right away. He finds it and realizes it's mine. Slides right into it. That's a great play. That's one worth a replay or 3 or 4. And a slide with style points.
It's one of the drawbacks to the overshift.
Yeah.
It means that pop-up that would normally be a third baseman, it's going to be the responsibility of either the pitcher or the catcher. Here's Hamilton who bounces this one out to Adrianza. And Adrianza will throw, and they got him, and that's going to end the inning. So a couple of nice plays to end the inning. And we'll see what happens as we go to the 9th. 2-0 Rangers. starting pitcher for the Rangers, Martin Perez, who has been absolutely terrific as we go here into the 9th inning. He's only allowed 1 hit.
Really has mixed his pitches well. Really has dominated the inside part of the plate against right-handers with that fastball, and they have not been able to do much with it.
Adrianza is going to lead things off. Giants need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. Good start for Adrianza to do that as he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Adrianza is struck out and he's rolled out to short. This will be pitch number 77, and it's 2-0.
Perez does have a couple of shutouts in his career.
Your Adrianza, it might not be a bad idea to take a pitch here. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think he was listening.
Tap to short. 1 out. Oh for 3 for Ari Adrianza, and here's Pagan. Pagan steps up. He's 0 for 3. Pagan drives it into the gap, and nobody's going to get there. So Pagan is going to roll into second base with a 1-out double.
And that, folks, is the loudest contact they've had all day against Perez. And the Giants, more importantly, get the tying run to the plate, and that's going to be it. Bannister's pulling them.
So Perez is going to depart. He'll receive a very nice ovation. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back.
Starting pitcher for Texas. His last outing against the Yankees, he got 3 outs, got into the second inning, gave up 7 straight hits and 8 runs, and it was an ugly outing. Today he goes 8 1/3, gives up 2 hits. He doesn't walk anybody with 6 strikeouts. It's amazing what can happen in just a start. And for Perez, I mean, he was outstanding today, but he gives the ball up now to Jake Diekman, who we have seen every game in this series. And Diekman just acquired from the Phillies. Good fastball, mid to high 90s, a hard slider and a changeup.
Facing Nori Aoki, who's popped out and he's bounced out twice. Pagan at second base with a double. Outside for a ball, 1-0.
The arms in the outfield for the Texas Rangers are outstanding across the board, and the best one being in center field. He leads all of Major Leagues with 13 assists, and that is Martin, Leonis Martin.
2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0.
Really pretty easy takes.
And the walk.
Not close. And here comes Jeff Bannister, and it'll probably be Sam Dyson, the right-hander.
So everyday Diekman is going to depart. So we got a right-hander coming in to face Duffy. It's 2-0 Rangers.
And that is at 6 p.m. You'll see right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You'll get reaction from this game, the National League Playoff Chase update, and Matt Mayoko will be checking in from 49ers camp. That is always entertaining, so check out Sportsnet Central.
So here's Duffy. Dyson, who got the loss last night, now into the game.
They just acquired him from the Marlins. He's got good stuff. You're going to see mid to high 90s with sink and a hard slider.
Duffy is 1 for 2 lifetime against Dyson.
Fringe for life.
Pagan at second, Aoki at first. And a fastball on the outside corner for a strike.
96-mile-an-hour fastball just to introduce himself. Putting it out there in that outside corner, and then for that Duffy, that's an invitation to go to right field. Outstanding arm out there in Su Chu.
foul. I was about to say, with Moreland off the line at first. You see Duffy had a lot of balls right over that bag, but now it's 0-2. Posey on deck. 2-0 Rangers here in the ninth. One and two.
Just missed. That's a great pitch at 96. That's a paralysis fastball. One you don't want to throw across the plate, but you want to get as close to the plate as you can. And that is movement coming back into the strike zone as well with the sink. But at 96 with that type of movement, this is a great pitch. Sets up a lot.
On the ground, foul. Can be risky trying to get in on Duffy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and that may be the message that Jimenez is coming out to tell Dyson. Look, keep that ball on the outer half. This ballpark, I mean, that is not a given either. I should mention that. This is a ballpark that is live to right field. You're so accustomed to seeing relievers pound that outside corner, making hitters go the opposite way to beat them long. But you can do that in this ballpark. There's carry to right field.
In the dirt. Good take by Duffy.
And again, they go back outside.
Giants with good speed. Down the line, foul.
96 miles an hour, but up around the belt outside. That is an area that Duffy covers quite well. Does not try to pull it.
Two and two. And a full count.
Not helping him.
Buster Posey watching and waiting. Duffy started out this at bat 0-2. It's now 3-2. Down the right field line and foul.
Duffy putting up a fight. That's what he does.
It's going to be so inviting for Jimenez to ask for a fastball in. Just because of what they've seen Duffy do with the ball away.
And you would think that with his velocity in the mid to high 90s, I mean, you could get in there, but with Duffy, it's not a given.
So it stays at 3-2, and we go at it again. On the ground up the middle, and a base hit. And at the last second, Roberto Kelly puts on the brakes, and the bases are loaded.
Now the brakes right there were just out of the respect for Martin, the center fielder. When you have 13 assists, that reputation gets around the league quick. So he puts the brakes on and sets it up with the bases loaded for Buster Posey. But what a tremendous at bat from Duffy to keep things going here and get 2 runners in scoring position. And his first hit of the day.
So Maddox goes out to have a word. Buster is 0 for 3, 2 ground balls and a fly ball.
Yep, that one needs a Buster hug.
Buster Posey 0 for 2 lifetime against Dyson. On the ground and a base hit. They're going to hold up Aoki as this throw goes over everybody, and Aoki wisely puts on the brakes and stays there. It's 2-1 with Pence coming out.
And that is the right move from Roberto Kelly. There's just too much reputation with the arms of the Rangers. And when you're down a run, you don't want to have the momentum of an inning taken away by an assist nailing a guy at the plate.
And all of this, Mike, is determined before the game even starts.
Exactly. That is absolutely in the database of Roberto Kelly.
I mean, you don't know that the ball is going to get thrown there.
No, you anticipate a good throw. This is the big leagues. And there's no need to risk it. Not with one out. Not when you've got Pence coming up.
So Pence is 0 for 3. And he will hit with the bases loaded. One ball and no strikes. Aoki, Duffy, and Posey. Those are your base runners.
Sam Freeman, the left-hander, is warming up in the Rangers bullpen. This will be the last hitter that Dyson faces, no matter what.
Two balls and no strikes.
He's worked himself in a get it in situation here.
Pence last night got a breaking ball from Dyson. And he hit the home run.
Which is why he's not going to look for anything but a fastball here.
On the ground. They'll try to turn it. And they will, and that's the ball game. So Pence, who runs well, could not beat it out. And the 6-4-3 double play ends the game. Well, a good finish is never enough, but it was a good finish.
Well, indeed it was. And, you know, it's one thing that they have in this offense is confidence. And they got the situation they wanted, and they just could not come up with the money hit in the top of the ninth.
All right, final score is the Rangers take 2 out of 3. They win here on the Sunday afternoon. Rangers 2, Giants 1. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live starts right now.